When it comes to education, Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Enthusiasm is one of the most powerful engines of success." And this day at Legacy Elementary, there was plenty of powerful engines and a whole lot of enthusiasm.
Today is Vehicle Day, and vehicles from Marion County come over to explain their job and what they do and why it's important.
It all started with Walmart, who is a partner with our school, and he's called our trucker buddy. So he travels throughout the country, sends us back postcards, so the kids get to follow him, and we've tracked it on a map where he travels, things that he's done, so it's kind of giving us an insight to what happens. He and I got chatting about inviting all of these other agencies, so it started with the fire department. I knew that they would come because they're already open to it, and then it expanded there from the fire department to the VFW. We've got some armored vehicles that are from the sheriff's department, the FWC with their airboats, Ocala Electric is here, and then of course we've got Southeast Milk with their big cow, Katie the cow, just showing some other careers that are even outside of what we think of for public service.
I mean, it's always a great event. This is my first year attending it, but I've heard about it in the past years. Kind of gives the kids a break from all the testing and everything, and kind of wind down the year.
The kids get education so they can know what's actually happening, so they just don't think of a firefighter as somebody who goes saves lives. They can do a lot of other things with the tools that they have in their truck and a lot of other things. It was awesome.
And then after today, they're given an interview, much like a job interview, to follow up with if it was for one of these jobs, and then I can coordinate some discussion with the different agencies to answer their questions that they might have.
I think it's important because they want to give the children an idea of what goes on every day and what people do for their job, and maybe an idea of what the kid can be when they grow up.
You got to go to school.
I know.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
All right, have a good day.
As superintendent of schools, I'm often asked what is my favorite time of the year. Sometimes I say the beginning of the year, and other times I say the end of the year, but I'm most fond of saying all the days in between. But since this is the end of the year video and a summer preparation for all of us, I do want to talk a little bit about where I am tonight and then what's going on in our school system. Behind me you see an awful lot of student artwork, and tonight is the superintendent's art show. Our art teachers from across Marion County bring their prize possessions in and their best student artwork. We recognize those students tonight in a nice little reception for them. Also going on across all around Marion County is the wonderful celebrations we have to praise students for the great work they've done, to thank teachers for the great work they've done, culminating in the graduation exercises for all 7 of our public high schools, where almost 3,000 students will receive their high school diplomas. This is a very exciting time of the year for all of us, a busy time of the year, but one well worth it.
The Superintendent's Art Show is designed to showcase outstanding works of art. Each art teacher selects one outstanding student artist to participate. The reception is designed to recognize the student artists and give them the great opportunity to meet the superintendent.
My name is George Tomyn. I'm your superintendent of schools. Who are you?
Stanton Pierre.
Well, good to meet you, sir. Where do you go to school?
And get a picture taken with him. So if you would like to see your child's work, pay a visit to the district offices this summer, where each piece will be professionally framed and prominently displayed.
Earlier this year, we told you about Mary Green, one of 2 Marion County students to earn Take Stock in Children Leaders for Life fellowships. But there's a lot more to her story.
I was born in China, and so at 7 months old, my parents came over to China. After all the prayers and money, they were able to go over and come get me. Fast forward to kindergarten year, my teacher noticed I had some verbal issues with the way I was communicating or something, and so she recommended to my parents to get me tested, and I was, diagnosed with being hard of hearing. Forward down, halt, forward, good girl. Brighton is a future guide dog puppy in training. So basically, for the blind. So basically, I will like teach her basic, like to go through the puppy stage, like house break her and stuff. Teach her to go to the bathroom on concrete. Give her basic commands like sit, stay, come. Socializing her to all kinds of different people and different situations and noises and all kinds of stuff like that. And then eventually more advanced commands like stairs and find the door, you know, different stuff like that. And eventually when she gets called back, they do more advanced, intense training for about 6 months and see if she'll pass, and then they'll match her up with a blind person. I don't view it as a disability, but I do have a disability, so I can understand what it's like to have one. And well, I love animals as well, so I was like, and I grew up with one of my mom's close friends. She did this. She's actually the area coordinator for Marion County, and I always wanted to do one, and so I was like, why not? So, and I needed community hours, so I was like, I'll kill like 3 birds with 1 stone by helping someone and with the love of animals and get community hours while I'm doing it.
Green also serves as a counselor at a Christian summer camp for special needs students and has made multiple mission trips to Nicaragua.
We would get new or used shoes and collect them as many as we can before, and we get them all in these big duffel bags, and we take them over. And this year actually we went to the Shenandoah dump, which is these kids actually live in the dump and they have no shoes, their feet are full of blisters and cuts, and we would sit them all in these little chairs, and everyone would each have a washer, and someone would have like a towel to dry, and someone else would get shoes, and someone else would put shirts on them. It was just one of those moments like, wow, this kid has nothing and we're about to give them brand new shoes. And it's just amazing washing all the dirt off their feet, making it clean and fresh. And we put the shoes on, and then we put the shirt on, and we just give them a little bag of candy, and we just say a little prayer over them and just send them off.
Green has set quite an example for the next crop of Take Stock students who join the program as she and her class are graduating.
Tonight was the new student orientation and contract signing, and you know, it's intentional that it all falls at the same time of year because it gives us a great platform to talk to the students about, you know, we are graduating a class that worked hard, earned their scholarship over the last 4 years, and now you are the new incoming class that gets to follow in their footsteps and start this process for yourselves over the next 4 years. We spend a lot of time with both the parents and the students together, and we talk about all what Take Stock is involved with, but we also separate our parents and our students so that we can talk to them individually as groups, so that we can impress upon the kids that this is their opportunity, this is their responsibility. And I spend a lot of times with our students talking about, you know, the scholarship is the reward in the end, and although we never take a child without actually having the money to provide that scholarship, their name's not on it yet, and they have to do what it takes over the next 4 years to earn that scholarship. And it's the obvious things like grades, attendance, behavior, but then it's also meeting with your mentor on a regular basis, and it's attending all of our college readiness events that prepare you to go on to that next step, whatever college looks like for you.
Students entering the program have a range of emotions.
It's always a mixed bag. So, you know, I have the eager beavers that were in the front row. They come in, they sit front row. They're usually the most vocal. I have the other kids that hang out on the sides or in the back. They're terrified. The interview process that they had to go through to even get the scholarship was intimidating enough. They're unsure about what's going to happen. And then I would say a good majority of them are kind of right in the middle. They're excited. They know this is a great opportunity for them, but there's still so much to learn that they're a little uneasy as well. They're tired. It's the end of the year, so we catch them when they're really ready to be done with finals and all of that. So they come in here, I think, initially a little tired, a little, you know, and then we start our talk down there and we start saying, hey, let's get real. This is your opportunity to shine. And by the end of that, they're ready to come down here and walk through. So when we start, it's all mixed emotions. When we finish, I think they're super excited.
We Are Family was the disco hit song that was the driving force behind the 1979 Pittsburgh Pirate World Series Championship. Although the Stanton-Weirsdale faculty-student softball game is not the major leagues, the competition is still fierce, and the family theme quite
I'm elated to see how excited the students and the staff are at this event. Everybody does such a great job out there. They cheer on their team, but the students also cheer on the staff as well. Despite the fact they really want to win the game, they still cheer us on too. And it just really brings everybody together as a family one last time to enjoy each other before school ends.
Well, the main thing I love is that I get to be around my friends, and I get to have a crowd cheering for everybody.
The game has been going on for at least 25 years. It began as a student staff kickball game and gradually transformed into a softball game. And it is something that the students look forward to when they begin pre-K or kindergarten here at the school. And it just provides an opportunity really for the students to have one final elementary school memory that they can always look back on.
I did say the competition was fierce.
It's definitely a send-off for our 5th graders, and we wanted to provide them with a chance to have some healthy competition with the staff members here. They really get a kick out of it and think it's a whole lot of fun, and the staff really enjoys it as well. And it is my understanding that the students have never won in 25 years.